Okay, let's review zero pairs. So we have one green triangle, which is going to represent one positive, and one red triangle, which represents one negative. Okay? So if we add these two together, what do you think is going to happen? Well, if you remember from the review that we did with fluency, any number is positive number added to its negative number is going to give you the value of zero. So it's going to become a zero pair, right? Let's look at this blue X and this red X. The blue represents a positive number or positive X, and the red represents a negative X, okay? When added together, they also make a zero pair, which will become a value of zero, okay? All right, so we can use zero pairs to help us simplify equations and find solutions that make an equation true. Okay? So if a triangle weighs 1 gram, how much does a square weigh? So let's go ahead and give the triangle 1 gram, right? So we're going to get rid of the triangles on the left side. And to do that, we're going to add zero pairs. But remember, when you do a zero pair on one side, you must do it on the other side as well so that we can do what? What are we trying to do here? You are correct. We are trying to keep the equation balanced, all right? Because you don't want to be leaning to the left or leaning to the right. You want to stay right there in the middle. Keep it tight. All right, here we go. So now you're going to add a -1 on both sides. That cancels out, becomes zero. Zero pairs. All right, what do you think we're going to do for the next triangle? You're right. We're going to zero pair it out. Zero pair it out. Hey, zero pair it out. One more time. There we go. Good job. All right. What else do we need to do now? Because it looks like we still have one square and two triangles on the right, but we have three squares on the left. We need to get, all the squares to be on one side by itself. Okay. So what could we do next? Yes, you are correct. We can zero out the square. So add a negative to a positive, and now we're left with two squares and what? Two triangles. So we're going to give one triangle to one square and give the other triangle to the other square. And what does that tell us? Well, that tells us that each square equals 1 gram. Okay, let's work visually with a Hinger model. So we have 2x plus 4 equals 6. So let's create a Hinger model. So 2x's represent, the squares represent the 2x's plus the 4 triangles, and it's going to be equal to what? 6 triangles. All right, so can we simplify this? How? That's right. We can give zero pairs. So if I give a zero pair on the left, I need to give a zero pair on the right. And I'm going to do that again until I'm satisfied with having the x's by itself. Okay, now I'm left with 2x's equals 2 triangles. So we're still balanced, right? Yes, we are still balanced. But how could we write this algebraically? Well, if we come over here to the left, what did we do? Where we add the zero pairs, we basically added a negative number on both sides, right? So let's do that with the algebra. We're going to add -4 on both sides. When we add -4 on both sides, what will we have left? Well, if you simplify this, you know that 2x, you're going to bring it straight down, and a +4 plus a -4 give us a zero pair. So we can just get rid of that altogether, bring down our equal sign, and what's 6 minus 4? You're going to get 2. So what's left? 2x equals 2. So now if we give each x to a triangle, then we will find out that for every 1x, you're going to get a value of 1. Okay? So therefore, each square equals 1. All right, let's practice with this again. So 2x plus -4 equals 2. So we have 2x's plus a -4 equals 2. So tell me what we can do next. Our job is to get the x's on the side by itself. So what should I do? That's right, give zero pairs on the left side. Now check this out now. I add 4 triangles on the left. I need to add 4 triangles on the right. So now we're going to have 2x's equal to how many triangles over there? 6 triangles. So how can we write this algebraically? Well, all we're going to do is add 4 on both sides, just as we did with the 0 pairs. We're going to simplify. So because a positive and negative make 0, well, positive with the same number, when it's added to its positive self or negative self, it comes out to be 0, right? So once we make that 0 pair, we are now able to simplify. So what's left? Well, bring down your 2x, of course. And then your 4, negative 4 plus positive 4 is going to be 0. And then you're going to have 2 plus 4. Okay, so you have 2x equals 6. And what do we have to do? Well, we have to divide these x's up and give each one of them, a couple triangles. So let's see what we're going to do. So the first square is going to get the first 3 triangles. The second square is going to get the last 3 triangles. So what does this mean? Well, that means each x equals 3. Good job. All right, let's check out this next one. So let's work visually with a Hinger model. I want to see if you can create your own Hinger model first. So let's see if you can do that. Pause the video and then resume when you're ready. Okay, welcome back. So hopefully you had an opportunity to create your Hinger model. So let's see what Mr. G came up with, right? So I have negative 5 on the left, which is going to be equal to 3x's plus 4 plus 4, okay? So what can we do next? Guys, what's the move we've been doing this time? The 0 pairs. So that means we're going to add a negative 4 where? On both sides. That's correct. Okay, so how can we write this algebraically? Well, what we're doing is we're going to subtract 4 on both sides. So when I say add a negative 4, it's the same thing as subtracting 4 on both sides of the equal sign, okay? Very good. So we know that on the right side, those triangles are going to become 0 pairs. That's correct. So what happens when we subtract 4 on the left side? Did it get smaller? No, it actually got bigger. So that goes to show you that when you have a negative number and you turn around and subtract numbers from the negative numbers, it's going to get bigger. It's just like spending money. If you already spent $5 and you turn around and spend 4 more, how much you spend altogether? $9, not $1. You spent $9. So simple, right? Very good. So therefore, you have 9 triangles on this left side. So what's left? Well, if we go ahead and cancel out all those things over here, we're going to have negative 9 equals 3x. Give each x its own set of triangles, and you will see that for each x, you have a negative 3 value. Takeaway number 2. We can solve an equation using a Hinger diagram and algebraically. We use 0 pairs to either add or remove a variable or constant from each side of the equal symbol. So let's review our learning targets for today. So by now, you should be able to connect the idea of balance to an equation. You should be able to represent balanced hangers with equations. You should be able to explain the connection between the bags of coins task and the hanger diagram. You should be able to add integers by identifying 0 pairs. And you should be able to use 0 pairs to solve equations. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great day working with you all once again. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Have a great day. Please don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to Basic Math Skills with Mr. G.